No, we need this clown music.
I don't
It's
know.
perfect.
I don't understand.
I pressed the button. We're live.
Welcome everybody to another episode. Oh, wait, camera's over here. Welcome to another episode of Mistwalkers and Shroud, episode 27. I believe we landed on egg-shaped heart.
No,
No,
it's fine.
what
It's
or AKA
From the cradle to
From
the egg.
cradle to the egg.
from the cradle to the egg.
They're both there. Don't worry.
Yeah, both names are acceptable when you're referring to this episode when you're talking to your friends about this. Yeah. Last time, what happened, team? What happened last time?
We made friends with a kobold, sort of, I guess. And Dirk, he took us for a walk through a big old cave where all his family and his family's family lives. And it's also, it just happens to be the home of Ebb the Nightworm.
Perchance.
Coincidentally.
Just
Wildly.
it's crazy. And we had a nice conversation where nothing went wrong with Ebb.
Yeah,
Actually nothing went wrong.
surprisingly.
Honestly, yeah.
Yeah,
no
not-
TPK thanks to Ancient Worm.
Yeah, not ironically.
Everybody kind of dug in some lore, character lore, and Rosemary finally met up with her sister.
Olin got called a walking tragedy.
Too true, dude. Absolutely fucking real.
That felt important. I had to write that burn down.
Is it a burn if it's just like factual?
You know what? I had to write that fun fact down.
That fun fact. That is fun.
Yeah.
Actually, it's kind of interesting thinking about that, just based on the conversation Taylor and I were having earlier. Yeah. Anything else fun?
Oh, we saw a creepy looking heart thing.
It's an egg heart.
Yeah, I mean, you guys went to the cradle.
Yeah. There also might be 2 eggs.
A real egg and then this simulacrum egg.
Yeah.
Egulacrum?
And Tobias
Egg,
promised to
Egulacrum.
find the other egg and take care of it.
Simulacrum. I like that one.
You also heard that Ebb had gotten this ritual specifically from the mystics at the Nivachar Springs.
Oh. Yeah, the crazy people at Nevashar.
We found out about what the inheritance was, right? Was that last episode?
That was, yeah.
Yeah. Just a lot of important lore drops happened. I feel like. And now we have to sacrifice our shadows or whatever to the egg and then get to spend a week hanging out. Simulacrum.
Simulacrum?
Simulacrum.
Yeah, the group, as part of the tax for staying at Umbraverna for any length of time, you have to make an offering to Ebb's dragon pup to be. Here in
Lover's
the cradle.
heart turned egg.
I don't like
So,
pup.
yeah, last scene we saw, you guys had reached this room where the egg was kind of like being held in the center mass of this little cavern area by these fleshy tendrils
Umbilical cords.
attached to the
That's
walls.
what my
and
brain read them as.
Yeah, I mean, kind of similar in appearance, slimy, flesh-like, and then the egg itself looks more like a mucousy sac that is beating like a heart with a light coming from within.
Very normal egg.
Yeah.
As normal an egg as Rosemary is normal a human.
That's rude. Rosemary is a very normal human, thank you.
With those cool cat eyes.
Well, you know, her pupils are weird. Oh no. She doesn't point out the weird things about your body.
Yeah, well, you know.
Yeah, no body shaming here. As we pivot to the cradle, we see
To the egg.
To the cradle.
they said the title. We have Rosemary, Sarah Olin, Tobias, Buster, and Maxie all standing in this room with Dirk. Dirk looking upon the egg with like his face twisted in like reverence. His eyes kind of like large and like just like like almost overwhelmed with the feeling of being in the presence of the cradle.
So, I noted only 3 of us have to sacrifice. Tobias sweet-talked his way out of it.
Mm-hmm.
And she didn't pick up on Maxie.
Max is just chilling in the back
Maxie
of the room.
was in the back.
Yeah.
He was way out of. He was like, nope.
She was out in the hallway.
That's true.
Chatting up Dirk.
So Maxie could theoretically escape having to pay this tax. Dirk pulls out this bronze knife and mallet, like small hammer, and you see there's like a bloodstone almost altar in front of this egg that's been built there, and you can see blood stains on the stone, as well as like several chips where like something has been like a knife being tapped with a hammer, maybe kind of hitting the points into this rock. Dirk offers these to you, and he says, you know, if you want to get rid of your shadow, this is what we all use. You just stick it in the shadow, hit the mallet into the stone, and you're good. And all of you do notice, I think, when he mentions shadows, that all of your shadows, like the light in this room is kind of mostly coming from this egg, but all of your shadows are being pulled towards the egg, as if like light behind you is cast, even though there is not.
Interesting.
What would you like to do?
I was really hoping to have more time before this.
I have something that might take up some time from John, so you can think. John.
Well, I'm an in character, but
what are the limits of the things that we could sacrifice? Do you just want us to name something and you can tell us if it's a go or not?
You were given a couple of examples, and it is up to you what you want to sacrifice here in this moment.
So let's say.
Can we get the list again, please?
blood,
Shadow,
an
blood.
eye.
Yeah, you were told a sacrifice of blood, just vaguely. Basil sacrificed an eye, and all of the kobolds here have sacrificed their shadow.
So Olin, very famously, is made of a bunch of souls. Is there a way that Olin could perhaps sacrifice one of those souls?
What if you accidentally sacrifice Forgotten Light?
Hey.
And it goes berserk and kills the egg.
I mean, that'd be really funny.
And then we're gonna have an egg fight on our hands.
Egg fight.
And we can't make an omelet without breaking a few horribly disgusting evil eggs.
I don't know if I want that omelet.
I would need to know how Olin is separating this one soul from the rest of them.
I didn't think that far ahead. I wonder if you could use the...
If I...
Go ahead.
If I gave up, like, half my life, like, my hit points in blood, just bleeding out to this thing, would that be considered a pretty decent sacrifice?
It's only one way to find out.
I thought you were gonna say.
53
Are you
hit
asking? Are
points.
you asking Dirk or?
Yes, but in a real world way, not like the weird mechanic way that I said it. Hey, Dirk, if I gave this thing 53 hit points, how do you think it'll take it?
Yeah, I mean, if you want to bleed yourself out to the cradle, I mean, it's a pretty big blood sacrifice. I don't, it's not up to me whether it's enough, but it sounds like a lot.
Yeah. It does sound kind of like a lot, and people don't have that much blood in them, and it takes a while for blood to come back.
That's what my uncle. That's what my Uncle Jerk always says.
That blood takes a while to come back?
Yep.
I mean, he's smart.
Your Uncle Jerk is very well acquainted, I think, with...
Is he a doctor? Oh, where my voice was going?
A doctor? No. I mean, nothing so goofy as that. He's highly sought after in Umberverna.
Oh, what's he do?
He's a dentist.
Oh my gosh. Yeah.
Makes a lot of sense.
Yep.
I guess you guys probably lose a lot of blood when you go to the dentist, huh?
Oh yeah. Gums bleeding constantly.
You should get more citrus.
You gotta floss.
Yeah, I don't know. I don't know what either of those are.
Just because you have dental doesn't mean you should be abusing it. You still gotta take care of your chompers.
I'll pull out some dental floss for him.
No, it's
Okay,
it's,
so you go between
heritable.
your teeth like this.
I'm not sticking string in my teeth. All right, that's what the dentist does. The dentist can clean my teeth. All right, I get good dental because. All right, I'm not talking to you about my teeth. All right, you make your sacrifice. All right, the cradle's waiting.
What if Olin took the dagger and cut along one of the tattoos so that the soul leaked out? Since the body is really like a vessel more than anything else. I'm pretty sure Olin doesn't bleed, so I can't really do a blood sacrifice. But might be the next best thing.
Okay.
Be funny. Something's gonna happen. Something will happen when this goes on. So
you want to take one of the daggers and cut a slice of where you have tattoos, a slice of flesh, basically.
Yeah, along the tattoo. Maybe using the knowledge I gained from Odessa about the mapping or what the tattoos represent to make an educated guess about which part might have the most heinous, gross soul bits in it.
Interesting. Okay.
I've been all week I've been thinking about this. I've been like, well, do I want to let go of the Theron parts and corrupt the egg even more? Or do I want to get rid of the Forgotten Light parts and make the egg explode?
Give me an Arcana check.
Oh, I'm so good at Arcana.
I believe in you.
And you're gonna take 1d4 plus your strength mod and damage or dex mod. Sorry.
Arcana. So Arcana. So it's just a skill check. Hold on. Okay. I'm gonna use my inspiration because this feels important.
Okay.
And then just for good measure, because I never use it, I'm gonna use my knowledge from a past life, which is this, and add 6 to the roll.
Big.
So 27
Wow.
Arcana.
You're trying to cut the worst
soul parts out of this like soul simulacrum that Olin is.
All right.
I've been sitting on this all week. I've been so excited for whatever's gonna happen. Oh.
Okay. So this is what we see. Olin, you stand over the bloodstone, you slice this chunk of flesh, and as you do, you hear because you're doing it with like this magical intention. Yeah. You hear like screaming in your ear as this pain bites in. And it's like overlapping like multiple screams for a moment. And the flesh falls down onto the bloodstone altar. And begins to blacken. And as you look down at the altar, you're kind of like looking at the open wound on your arm. And you can feel like a memory being pulled away, like attached to this tattoo, this very powerful, like emotional memory that's being cut that briefly flashes. You kind of like see it begin playing out on the bloodstone. I think the other, like everybody in the party can actually see like the shadows like of the scene playing out, but you won't be able to hear the words being said, but Olin can. Olin.
Yep.
You are standing you're standing in your home. The windows are open, sun shining through. We can see the land outside is barren, but there's like a small kind of like a couple of shrubs, bushes growing in like the front window that's kind of peeking over the window. And a figure is like we see table. From your point of view, you're standing. There's also a bed where you begin seeing shifting, and you see a familiar figure. And I feel like your vision is kind of like split. Like sometimes you're seeing from the perspective of the person on the bed. Sometimes you're seeing from the perspective of the person standing in the center of the room.
Okay.
But the figure in the bed shifts, long red hair falling down. And Theron looks at you and says, "Darling, please, can't we spend more time in bed? I don't want to go today, not yet."
You know, we are due. We must go out now. If we don't start now, we'll never make it in time. Any other morning, you know I'd be happy to stay in bed.
It's like a pilgrimage for you or something.
They've been long expecting me to represent the church there, and who am I to say, no, I cannot? Even if perhaps I would rather lay myself to vice than virtue in this situation.
Theron gets up out of the bed wearing just like loose trousers, and he kind of like walks up to you, and I think just kind of wraps his arms around you and puts his head on your shoulders. And he says, "You know, I wish... Well, I wish things were different sometimes, you know? That I could have met you in another life.
Well, who's to say that perhaps we've not met in another life and have been reunited here once more to crave again for another life where we spend more time together, onward and onward for eternity. Perhaps this is just a stop on our travels together.
Well, that sounds quite unfortunate for you. But I feel lucky in it. Come, I'll get my shirt. We'll do this. You know Haslin's gonna be there.
I know. He's always attending everything. Seems like I can't be rid of him.
Well, you are special.
Well, means more coming from you than it does coming from Haslin, I'll tell you that.
And as this like vision begins to fade, the perspective sticks to Theron. As like you see your lover walk from the door and feel deeply knowing that you have already arranged their betrayal and that they will not live through the day. Yeah, that memory flashes. The skin burns away. The bloodstone, like almost seems to glimmer and glow. And you feel for a moment your heart beats loudly, and like an echo of this massive egg sac in the center of this room as it beats. This heartbeat that I think everybody feels it as it reverberates through the cavern.
Well, I haven't felt my heartbeat in a long time. Owen looks back at everybody else. Well, who's next?
Do you wish to dissect what those shadows were dancing about? Because we didn't hear them speaking. We just saw them moving and posturing.
Oh, they spoke multitudes. I will take my own time to process it.
Hmm. Okay.
Damn, I thought I had secrets.
That's a big swing. I like it. I would like to ask Dirk, this sacrifice, does it need to come from us, or can we give material possessions or things to Egg of significance?
I mean, if it's like, you know, sentimental to you, something like that, you can give thanks. It's got to be something, you know, value to you.
Let us see about this. I will go into my pack, and assuming freedom in the downtimes to prepare material components and stuff, I will pull out a very well wrapped just a little bundle of cloth, and inside of it there's like a small pastry, effectively, that has like gold leaf coming out of it, like some sort of like how you'd see like folded dough and like a Danish, but like it's gold leaf laid on the inside. It was very fine, flaky pastry. I'd like to walk up and make it look like I'm giving it to the egg. And as I'm giving it to the egg, I would like to cast divination. I would like to speak to my god about this egg. And the component is incense and a sacrificial offering made appropriate to your religion. My religion is Boldre, which is all about, like, you know, sustenance, comfort food, stuff like that. 25 gold worth of gold leaf and a pastry is a little on the nose, but I haven't been at this for too long. And I ask, as the spell takes the components and potentially the egg takes the rest of the Danish, I ask my god, would just a blood sacrifice that just takes blood from my body that will not take anything else be enough, or do I have to give something deeper that will take away from me, much like a different shadow that I have within me? Would that be enough? Like, where's the line? It's not a yes or no question. It's like it's as thorough of a question as I want. The response can be quizzical, but like, the question is, giving over to this evil thing, if I just give a blood sacrifice, will I be okay? Will something be taken from me? Or do I have to give other things that I'm capable of giving to make this okay?
I do want to qualify this spell just a little, that from your time in the Lands of the Mist, you know that this spell specifically can often get hijacked by Dark Lords who are in charge of realms. When you try
There's no Dark Lord in charge of this realm, though.
Yes. Which is perhaps why you feel like you'll be successful in this divination and not have any issues reaching out.
Yeah. I actually didn't know that, but I feel like I asked something else. Oh my god. I did one thing, like an augury
We
or
figured
something.
that out with the train because we made a joke about needing to get a VPN.
Yeah, it was a while ago.
That was a while ago, yeah.
Yeah.
I remember the joke more than the actual conversation. Brains cooked.
But yes, that is, like, Dark Lords have such control over their realms that they can hijack like prayers, divinations, and like even warlocks reaching out to patrons, that kind of stuff.
Yeah.
But there is no Dark Lord here. Your spell goes off. Reply might be a short phrase, a cryptic rhyme, or an omen. Then your question is, will my blood be enough, or will it like need to take something from me more than that?
Yes. Like, if I just give my blood, will I get away scot-free with just like a little boo-boo? Or do I need to dig in deeper and give it something more in appeasing it and Ebb in this moment? Because if I can just get a paper cut, put a couple of drops in, and I don't have to fucking worry about it tomorrow, like this isn't like a blood curse or something, I'm good. Yeah. Fuck it. But if I need to dig in deep, then okay. Well, we will see.
Yeah, I'm just wasn't prepared to decide how Boldre communicates, so I'm sitting here thinking.
It's just alphabet soup.
So I think, for reasons of world lore reasons, this response sounds like it's still clear to you, but it sounds like distant, as if it's like coming from very far away. But you get, I think the way this, I'm gonna frame it almost like an omen. I get like, I think you get a sense, like when you think about like giving of your blood, you get a sense of rightness, a sense of warmth, like you have like a full belly. Um, like you get a sense that you will be fine sacrificing only blood to this thing, as long as it is a generous amount.
Okay.
And I think it almost feels like maybe a forgotten feeling for Buster, but almost like a mom being like, "You'll be all right, kid. Like you've got it figured out." Like,
Yeah. The land of Darkon has not been truly the easiest place to find small spots to be okay with communing with gods and such. Cool. Buster will grab the dagger and lift his arm, and on his forearm where a flash of memory comes to him of a life long lived ago, he traces a cut in a scar that was once on a previous body given to him from certain I don't have a backstory for the fucking scar, but yeah, he had a scar on his previous body. He traces it to the best of his ability, given whatever rabbit physiology works with. And he just pours blood into the basin until it feels like it's enough.
to your HP the way I want it to be. Cool. So Buster, you basically give blood until you are bloodied.
Ugh. Okay.
It's nasty.
That'll do it.
Before you feel like the bloodstone kind of like satisfied, the blood kind of begins like burning up, and there's this moment of like your heart's beating, and then it like there's this big like beat as like the blood is accepted. The egg itself like throbs, pulsing in light, and sending out this like large heartbeat that echoes through the cavern. Jack's like,
Ugh.
yes, nice. That was a lot of blood.
I suppose this is compliment. Ay, ay, ay.
Looks like that was some good blood, Buster.
Thank you, Olin. If you had blood of yourself, I would compliment yours, but you know.
Thank you. That means a lot.
I'm gonna hit myself for the little second level cure wounds, just as we're upkeeping. Not too shabby.
Not too shabby. Cool. Rosemary.
Yeah.
You see Olin cut away a hunk of flesh. You see Buster bleed himself out.
Borderline dry. I'm a little like lightheaded.
Yeah.
Rosemary.
Oh, you should sit down. Have some juice.
We should.
Looks like
Right.
looks like
What
you're
is
up,
it?
sport.
It's usually a wisdom save to make to remember things, right? I'm using that as my DC to determine what I'm giving up.
Are you trying to like reach a memory or something? Or what do you mean?
Actually, I had a memory that is very personal. Even if I don't like it. We're allowed to give up things of ourselves we don't like.
Are you trying to give up a memory?
I think so, yeah.
Doesn't have to do with eating children.
Yes.
I feel like forgetting that you have this cornerstone memory might be more toxic in the end of the day.
How do you imagine Rosemary is giving up this memory?
That's what I'm trying to figure out right now.
Just hit your head against the fucking bloodstone really hard.
Honestly,
Get out of here.
Honestly,
Stop it.
Just walk up to it, arms out, and
Wham!
Is that what you do for real? I mean,
A
that's
little-
fine.
so stupid. Yes.
A little head trauma? Sure, why not?
It's so
She'll
stupid. Yes, it's what she's attempting.
She'll forget the memory either way.
Tobias, how are you feeling as you're witnessing this? I want to know how Tobias is like looking as like Rosemary is now approaching, getting ready to slam her head down on this altar.
I think Tobias is just like is kind of used to Rosemary's shenanigans. I'm just like, this is what's gonna happen. But also at the same time,
Just a little blunt force trauma.
Just unstoppable force, Rosemary. Immovable object, blood altar.
also if I may say something, I might look at Rosemary and say, shadows want something a little bit more real. They just consume. I'm not sure if the headache is gonna work, but you can try.
Oh, you think giving it that weird dream is probably a bad idea? Because it's not real, it's a dream.
Did you tell them about the dream?
Buster heard about it. In very vague terms.
I'm putting things
Because I was
together.
talking with Basil.
Shadows already own dreams. That's the problem.
Oh. Just like, was about to like whack her head as hard as she could.
Owen.
Is the egg pulsing like is it like increasing pulsing as we do this, or?
No, it kind of just does like a regular small pulsing. Every time it accepts a sacrifice, it does like kind of like speed up and do like a big pulse, and then kind of slows down to the normal like beating again.
So none of our sacrifices so far is making it like be like, it's like, oh, that was enough.
Yeah, I mean, there when it does like the big pulse, it seems to be like accepting each one of these, but no, it doesn't feel like it's like topped out or anything.
We are fulfilling a quota at the end of the day. Like everyone has to give it.
We're company men.
Salary man.
As Tobias is talking to Rosemary, I think Owen will walk up and say, "Whatever you offer it, I'm sure it'll be enough." And pats her on the shoulder and subtly casts protection from evil and good on her.
Go ahead and pop that out first.
Even if it's just as flavor, but can't be charmed, frightened, or possessed by a bunch of stuff.
Interesting. Probably not. No, it's just a level 1. Well,
Buster sitting on the floor will like raise his hand to like give Rosemary a high five. Rosemary.
you really need some juice.
You gonna?
I'll give you a high five and cast guidance because I just remembered that I have guidance. 27
You really need
seconds
some
in.
juice.
All right, Rosemary, what you doing?
Really quick. I'm messaging you in Roll20.
Okay.
She's typing.
While she's doing that, Tobias is going to reach in his pocket and pull out a gem that has like a small red inside to it. It's like there's a gem and it has like a teardrop in the middle of it. And I'm going to cast Summon Shadow Spawn. Which is right
You
here.
didn't whisper, John.
Oh.
Sure. They have no context for the question, so it doesn't matter.
Yeah.
Yeah, we just know he agreed to your machinations.
Well, there's a follow-up question.
And you guys see if I could I don't know if I could show you, but if I can, I will.
Are you trying to bring out the shadow spawn? What it looks
Yeah,
like?
the token.
Is it the Dread Shadow clone or the Shadow Spirit?
That's the shadow spawn. That's the summon. That's not the shadow clone.
Shadow clone jutsu.
Oh, I don't have the right. I think you did. You give me a new token for that?
I have it right here. I just don't know if I can. There's a fear version of it.
What is the difference between affect and effect?
Affect is the verb. So like effect is the result. Affect is what you do.
That has a special effect, or I'm going to. He is affecting this.
Okay.
Thing.
I try and avoid those words as much as I humanly can.
Just to not get them wrong.
Yeah. So affect is action, and effect is end.
Huh. You
I'll-
taught me better than
Oh,
any
I
of my
actually
English
didn't-
teachers ever did.
I didn't know that was I just remember the words as what they were. I remember special effect, like
Yeah, sure.
Pokemon. Super effective.
Sam, for your, I mean, I'll let you decide what that looks like.
Well, I'm specifically asking about the charm effect.
I'm
and if
specifically
there
telling
might
you
be
that I'll let
one.
you decide what that looks like.
Oh man. Josh. All right, I'm a roll.
If there needs to be like, I'll tell you if like a roll or something needs to be made with whatever you're doing, whether that comes to effect. But otherwise, I'll let you kind of decide because I feel like it's more flavor than anything.
Go ahead, Bill. Sorry.
Oh, you're fine. I was hijacking your thing, and I'm gonna will the shadow spawn to like get as close as possible to the egg, and I just kind of want to see if anything happens. Like, you know, I don't know, because it's just the egg, and it's just sitting on something, right? And that's it.
Well, it's like sitting on something. I wouldn't say it's kind of hovering, but like stuck because of these like tendrils stuck to the ceiling and walls are like supporting it up, and they're also like going down to the floor and have these weird vines growing up them. But yeah, your shadow can. You just wanted to get like really close to your shadow spawn.
Yeah, I just want to see it like if it touches it, if it interacts with the egg. Because it's literally a shadow spawn, so I'm just seeing if it's just like mom or something like that. I don't know.
Sure.
I can't. I was trying to show it to you guys, but it's not. I don't know how to show it to you guys.
I guess go ahead and make me a perception check.
Okay. 10.
I think with that, you do notice like your shadow spawn's kind of like drawn, like almost like pulled towards the egg a little bit, like similar to the way everybody's shadow seems to be pulled towards it. And as it gets close, I think the only thing you really notice is it seems to like almost vibrate whenever the heart like throbs. The shadow kind of like vibrates more and more as it gets like closer to the egg.
Interesting.
Egg is hungry.
Okay.
So I think Rosemary was about to do that big wind up, and then the spell goes off. And I think she has a pause. And I think she's actually going to try and... Before she does what I want her to do, she's going to try and push for a different memory. A before mother memory. which she doesn't normally do, but feels like she suddenly is okay to do that right now.
For what it's worth, I was trying to like cast it so you didn't notice, so maybe you just like felt like you.
Yeah, it's like this weird like moment of, oh, actually, hold on.
I could do this.
So you're trying to like, are you trying to remember a particular memory?
Anything before Mother.
And is this just because it feels like you can reach back and do this, or is this like part of the sacrifice you're trying to make?
No, this is different from the sacrifice. Something feels like she can, and like something is prompting her to almost.
All right.
And this will have a small effect on her sacrifice.
Okay. Let's say, I guess give me a wisdom saving throw.
Oh man, I can't add guidance to that.
This is going to be an active thing, I think. So let's make this let's just make this a wisdom check. That's what I'm going with.
Can I insight myself? Can it be a wisdom insight
I'll allow
check?
that. I'll allow that.
Hell yeah. I'm gonna burn my session inspiration on this.
All right.
It's whispered. I apologize. That's a 24. I'm gonna add a d4.
That's pretty good.
Needed that advantage.
Oh, yeah.
27.
Hey, 27 friends.
Pretty good.
Let's go, buddy.
Let's go.
Pretty good.
And I switched myself off of whispers.
So we're going back. Is there, as you're kind of thinking, you're trying to go before Mother, is there, can you tell me if there's a feeling that comes to mind that, because emotion, our memories are often tied to feelings, so I'm wondering like if there is like a feeling of fear or a feeling of just curiosity, or like what is the leading kind of core feeling you think that is echoing with Rosemary's Memories right now?
I think fear a little bit, but also anger.
Okay. You are in a forest. There is heavy fog. It is early morning. You are armored with a practice sword in hand. You're standing alone in these trees, but you are frustrated. You are a little bit afraid because you're not sure where your enemy is right now. Give me a perception check as you look around.
18.
You hear bears shift in the air behind you, and you manage to turn around, blocking an attack as it comes down from this massive paintbrush that slams into your practice blade. There is like a little bit of like red paint that drips on your armor, but none of it getting on you. And you see an elven figure kind of pull back. I'm gonna switch up this music a little bit, actually. You see an elven figure standing there. A white mask over their face. Oh, this music's actually a little more intense. God damn, my music is not set up.
I was like, how are they fighting?
I guess it could be because it's a fight scene, but actually, yeah, I changed my mind. But the figure like slams the paintbrush back down on your practice blade, kind of like pushing you back a little bit, and says, "Good, good. I see Nameless is keeping up with your training, but not good enough. Not if you want to be one of my soldiers. Try again." And you see the figure of your adopted father. His mask, his armor is like filled with like dangling pieces of like junk, hanging from like various places. And as he steps back into shadows, he vanishes again. And he says, "What is it you want? Why do you want to learn to fight?"
You mean other than me being really angry right now? Just like turning around, trying to find him. Trying to figure out where the voice is coming from.
His laugh echoes in the trees.
Because...
Yes.
I don't know, because...
Maybe one more perception check.
Yeah, this is gonna be bad. I already feel it.
But
Feel
it's
it in my bones.
It's your specialty.
Oh, I didn't say it! I didn't say it!
You hear his voice, but this time right behind you as you feel something press against your side, like where an unarmored piece is. And he says, "That's not enough, Dill." And then we fade back.
What was that last word? It's not enough.
You
What?
should have been listening.
I'm sorry,
Yeah,
buddy.
I
You
was
missed it.
trying to.
Sorry, man.
Deb?
You missed it. You missed the joke.
You missed it.
Ear? Dill? Sorry, I have bad ears.
Hey, man, maybe if you put both your headphones on.
I have to listen for the child. She just walked out like 10 minutes ago to go take a pee, man.
Man.
I'm actively doing 3 things at once. Chill. Do
Children
you say
be
Dill or
ruining-
not?
Children be ruining Dungeons and Dragons, dude. he did
I
say
don't know
Dill.
if we can keep playing this
Thank
campaign with
you.
you having a kid, Steve.
Yeah.
Yeah,
No,
honestly, can you like just get your kid to be older and have a later bedtime?
What are we doing here? Why are we jumping on this, man? I misheard one fucking word, and everyone's got to be a fucking comedian about it. At least I can count on Will for being like, not paying attention, not having to barrel down on me too.
As we come
Hey,
back
man, you'll
to
get barreled down on. That's your
Barrel
thing.
down big style.
Big style, man.
as we return to the cradle. where there's no big style going on.
Now, what's the point, John? 27 episodes in, there's been no
What are we
big
doing,
style
man?
at all. No one's getting thrown down.
I think, almost without even thinking about it, like, almost as if someone else is possessing her in that moment, she's gonna reach up and rip her left eye out.
Ah!
Like, it's like not even Rosemary standing there. It is almost like it is someone else.
All right, this is where I need the wisdom save, but you will
Yep.
have advantage on this.
I'm so scared.
Important question of clarity, though. You say it's as if it's not Rosemary standing there. Do all of us see a change in demeanor in this like quick act of violence? Is it different enough from Rosemary's normal?
It went sort of from her standing there looking thoughtful to suddenly the anger that she felt in that moment coming through, like in the moment of that memory coming through, and just a very angry woman standing there and just reaching up to claw out her own eye.
Wild.
Okay. Nothing to clock as though it was like a possession or something. It was just like a...
It was a very sudden shift.
Someone willing it, yeah. I wanted to see how much we clocked that, but
Yeah.
cool.
Okay. All right. Hey, guys. My specialty. I'm going to use Indomitable.
Oh!
Okay.
Fighters,
They're
baby.
They're rarely used.
Fighters, baby.
Because I already know a 14's a fail.
Do you get it? She gets advantage on it, right? Still?
Sure.
Because it's just
Yeah,
re-rolling at
It's
the
just
same
re-rolling
state.
the roll, yeah. I think.
I'll allow it.
Come on. Fuck me, dude.
That's close. It's almost a 17.
It bounced. That's interference.
Do you have any extra
I
inspiration?
have
It's
one
cocked.
more inspiration. I have one more inspiration. Should I? Do y'all think I should use it?
Feels like an important one.
Feels
All right.
interesting.
Fuck it. Send it.
Oh.
That's better.
Wow.
That's better.
Wow.
That's better.
17.
Is that what you need? Do you know what you need?
No, I think it's like 18. I think it's
Who knows?
18.
We may
And I
never
can't
know.
add guidance. I can't. I ain't got shit I can add. Indomitable was my
Come on.
last thing.
Yeah, had I known you were saving against something, I could bless you for at least something. But like, how did I know you were gonna rip your fucking eyeball out? I thought you were gonna slam your head into the thing.
Nobody could have seen this coming.
Yeah.
Okay. So,
Really wrestling with it.
Rosemary, you're going to. This is going to be like a success at a cost sort of thing.
Okay.
So you struggle, like Taylor mentioned. You like really. You go to like do a quick pluck, but it is painful. Right off the bat here.
Yeah. Give me that damage.
Which, you know, for you it's not really that much.
Nah, make it hurt. Give me a D12.
A
This is the
single
optic nerve
D12
that I am.
rip your
plus
eyeball.
whatever.
Woo!
He said
Fuck
okay.
yeah.
All right.
It's a big roll.
Go.
Fuck
You're-
yeah. I'm ripping my optic nerve out. Fuck yeah, it's gonna hurt.
It's queen shit, honestly.
And yeah, I think you're gonna like heavily bruised as like around your eye as you kind of like had to dig in pretty firmly to like actually get it out. But after a few like moments, I think Dirk's jaws kind of like drops down. I think Maxie's eyes are just kind of like she's standing outside of this cave, just like watching eyes wide.
Yeah, screaming in pain and anger as she is doing this. It is like primal.
Yeah. As Rosemary's in this like 6 seconds or whatever that it takes for her to rip her eye out, what do we see the other three of you guys? Like, what are the faces, or like what's going on with the other three of you?
Okay, I would argue
Buster-
this should have been a Constitution save, but
Buster makes L's with his hands and he goes, "Oh no, wrong eye." No, he doesn't do that. He doesn't do that. I'm joking. I'm just having a laugh.
well, what if he does this and says, "Oh no, wrong eye"?
This is more like you had to fight. There's still like this lingering effect that is telling you like, no, I'm not supposed to do this.
Yeah. I just figured with the protection, maybe, which I'm assuming is the reason for advantage.
Mm-hmm.
Thanks.
Olin like sees this happen. It's like, well, and then goes to take their eye patch off.
What do we see under the eye patch?
Like a sort of like the same radiance that you see from Forgotten Light, but it's like there's a tattoo, like a constellation tattoo on the eye itself that's been underneath the eye patch this whole time.
Nice.
And Buster probably, well, everybody's pretty perceptive, but Buster can probably tell that as soon as Olin takes it off, Olin is looking out of it as well. So it's like the eye is functional. It's just been covered this whole time.
Can't relate.
And Olin just like gently holds the eye patch, like waiting for Rosemary to do whatever it is she's gonna do with that eye. But has it like ready to hand over, pretty much.
Yeah. Do you just throw it on the bloodstone altar?
Yeah, I think she just like lets it slam onto the altar.
I think we get just like in this moment where we see Rosemary like slamming it down. There's this like quick just moment flashback to the flashback that we had where you like originally took your eye out and put it in the middle of the plate. There's just like an echo of that plate and the eye kind of like hitting as it slams into the altar, and it just kind of like melts into the bloodstone. And yeah, there's another pulse, your heartbeat kind of like racing, like as your adrenaline's up from ripping your own fucking eye out. This this giant heart is like beating quickly and does like one massive pulsing beat that kind of like is in rhythm with your own heart and echoes throughout the cavern. Yeah, blood dripping down your face. Olin holding an eye patch out to you. Dirk's just like, nicely done. Nicely done, group. Those were some great sacrifices. Some of the best I ever seen.
Dirk, you enjoyed this way
just
too much.
kneeling and yeah, Rosemary's just like kneeling in front of the altar, heaving.
Well, it's all for the cradle, right? I mean, it's just, I just want to see it hatch so bad. You know, that's our future, the legacy we're building here.
Dirk, if I were angrier man, I would throw you into egg.
I would be
But
on it.
I've lost a lot of blood today, and I need to attend to my friend. So all three of you can only see your way out. Thank you.
Well, we got a place set up for you to stay. You want us to take you there?
I want to do one more thing with my shadow spawn before it disappears.
Mm-hmm.
And maybe I didn't roll high enough for it, but I want to see if if it reacts to the shadow like as if like what's in that egg because of the ritual is not a real shadow, or if it's something else, like if it's like some undead kind of thing, or if it's. I just want to see if the shadow spawn would react some way that I could figure that out.
So you're trying to use the shadow spawn to discern.
Yeah, like if it would like meld with it, like if it's shadow, it should like meld with it more easily. If it's like, but if it's like fake shadow, unreal shadow, I think there would be like two positive magnets like pushing apart from each other. I don't know.
You can give me an insight or arcana check.
I can use, by the way, I can use a sorcery point to re-roll. one.
Are you gonna do that?
No, maybe that's not it. Magical guidance is what I was looking at. Yeah, I'm going to. Where is it? 13. Let's do that.
Okay. 13. I think you get the sense like your shadow is not going to be able to wouldn't be able to like meld with this, though it does like call to it in an echo. So you get the sense that there's shadow magic involved with this. But I think that's about as far as you can really discern. There's something more than just shadow magic here, though.
Got it.
Yeah. So, Rosemary, eye missing, heaving up. Buster, a lot of blood loss and feeling a little woozy. Olin, probably more psychologically examining than anything.
Yeah.
And Tobias just having witnessed all your friends with their sacrifices. Dirk talking cheerily about like, we got a place set up for you. The bunny guy, you got to make some soup based on what the boss was saying. But we'll get you set up. It'll be good. You can stay for a little while, heal up.
I think Olin just kneels down to Rosemary with the eye patch and just asks, "May I?" I thought you were frozen.
No,
you're so still.
I'm processing what the fuck I just did. Yeah, I think she like pulls the earring out of her ear and just sort of lets it drop to the floor and just nods.
Olin will fasten it. Say, this protected me for many years, and I'm sure it will do the same for you. We really need to clean up that blood, though. There's a lot of it.
Yeah, she's non-responsive. She's just nodding.
Tobias, will you help me? These two are a mess.
Huh?
Yeah.
Emotionally, physically.
Yeah, sorry. Tobias is staring at the egg. He's trying to figure it out. And when you say that, he kind of like wakes up and then looks over to Rosemary and goes, yeah, of course.
Yeah, egg will be there tomorrow, buddy. we got to do something here.
Rosemary, you okay?
Just again, not verbally responding, just shaking her head no.
Buster, how are you doing? All right.
Honestly, I think I'd be very cheap drunk, and I think that might be the way I'd be going tonight. What kind of liquor do little lizard guys make? It's gotta be strong, right? These weird little fucks probably cook up hella hooch.
I think they make it with dragon milk.
Gotta try that.
Yeah, we got all kinds of crazy stuff we make with rare components. We also do some trading occasionally, but mostly just for food. But yeah, we got fire wine. We do have some dragon milk liquors, but I really don't recommend them for non-draconics, right? They don't really do well with your metabolisms.
I don't even have a metabolism.
Oh, maybe you'll be fine then. Do you shit?
Not last time I checked.
Oh, well. Well, you'll be fine then.
Fuck, Dirk, you can't just ask somebody if they shit or not. What the fuck, man?
Oh, is that not? I don't really get out much.
I can't stay mad at you, Dirk. You're my fucking guy.
Oh, that's funny.
I like you too. I didn't catch, I don't think any of your names, but you know, you look fun.
Introduce myself, Buster. Kind of like do a little bow, get a little off kilter. Ooh. I will saunter over to Rosemary and like put her on the shoulder and say, if I remember bits and pieces of your conversation with your sister, very important thing you just did. We will speak on its significance when we are a little bit more well constituted. I think maybe. I will, as I'm helping Rosemary stand up, assuming you're ready. I will put a little level 2 cure wound in you, and help you walk along.
I'm back at 99 hit points. Ring of Regeneration can regrow body parts. I'm actually scared of that though, because I don't want the mother eye growing back.
Yeah,
it's just over a number of days.
That's not native DNA, right?
No. But I don't think any of me is native DNA, so.
Oh, you're gonna grow back the dill eye.
Oh, I see.
Or just take off the ring, so you don't have to fucking worry about.
Have one normal ass eye.
Yeah, one normal, absolutely human eye, and then whatever eye grows back.
Yeah.
Go ahead and roll me a 1d6. It's like 1d6 plus 1 days for it to regrow.
Mm-hmm.
And as we head into, we're gonna head into some downtime.
Woohoo!
As you guys are welcomed here, and I'm gonna play a nice little fun. For our downtime in
All right. This downtime's kind of horny.
Yeah, the it's relatively chill here, as mostly it's just like the kobolds, and they don't really they do like some building, but they don't really have a lot to do. So a lot of their work's pretty relaxed. Like they're kind of like they're doing building, but they need wood, and there's not really a lot of wood, so they have to trade for it, and they have to wait for that to come in. And so they finish building, catch up, and then they just kind of like hang out and drink, and just chill.
My kind of people.
So you have a few days here in Umbraverna to take a couple of downtime. This is a little hornier than I am.
It's very like Rasta, like
Yeah.
island theme. I like it.
But yeah, you guys know.
It's very Don Corneo.
Oh my goodness.
Somebody's gonna step on his balls.
You need a new token. The final is named Punished Rosemary.
So
well, we'll see what grows back.
Yeah, I was gonna say.
Oh, that's right.
A gun.
After the long rest.
A gun grows back.
In 3 days, she's gonna have a new eye. So who wants to go first as far as downtime goes?
I'm probably gonna use both mine working on my Wheel of Stars, so I'm pretty set as far as that goes.
Are we doing? Did you say that we're doing 3 downtimes this time? Like 3 rolls this time, or 2?
Just 2.
Okay. I thought you mentioned 3. Um,
Let me open up
You
the
would
thing.
like that, wouldn't you?
yeah. Olin, I'm gonna help you with an inspired conquest. On one of your whichever roll you choose, your first or second roll for it. You add a d6 to the roll.
That sounds nice.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So what skill or tool proficiency are you using to work on it? You kind of got the project started already.
Yeah. I mean, I really want to use survival, which I think I've used before on it, which was for like mapping the stars.
Oh.
So I might try and do a another survival roll, which is trying to, because I think the original one was mapping the stars to the sky here, but I think now it'll be like mapping the stars to the like tattoos to see if there's some sort of way to interpret them and read something from the constellations that they're familiar with. Do something. And then let's see here. I don't think I have advantage for any reason. As much as I'd like it.
Will you have inspiration?
No, I used it on my my other thing, which
Uh,
I'm happy
what
to
is-
do.
What is the item tier on this one?
Big. It's like very rare, I think. Yeah,
Sounds
so
right.
it's a 25 DC.
Okay. 25 DC, and then if you get 5 over, you get more.
Yeah, and I get a D6.
You get a d6
as well.
with it.
Okay. All right, let's roll.
Ooh! Give
Okay.
me a 6, baby. Give me 5 or 6.
Oh, so close. It's
Rough.
okay. I'll take it. I'll take 2 segments. That's for damn sure.
Can I guidance everybody on all of these?
He's
If it's a
doing
week
it.
worth of
He just follow around just helping.
yeah.
All week.
I'm
I mean, if
fairly
it-
certain that I can get done with my thing in one roll. If I do, I was going to use my second downtime to either help with the Wheel of Stars or the Cognitive Crystal, whichever one needed it more. I'm going to be using one of my downtimes to help you guys. So in that, if I could hit guidance everyone as well, that's kind of my plan, if possible. If not, if it's too much creep, then that's fine too. But
I'll allow a guidance. I'll say like one guidance for like if you're doing it twice, you can take guidance on one of the rolls. If that makes sense.
Okay. So I'll take it. I'll take it on this one, since I know it's guaranteed to give me an extra
Yeah,
pip.
another pip.
Are you gonna? Does helping give advantage on rolls? In this case?
Yes, but it sounds like he's like using his actual downtime activity, which will be more productive and advancing
Yeah.
the clock.
it's like I'm gonna roll for you on your
I
clock.
see.
But yeah, you make some pretty big progress. You start getting like some insight into your own start, like noticing interesting patterns that I think like anybody else looking at it wouldn't notice how they're connected, but it's like this weird internal like celestial like compass feels like a not quite the right word, but like this almost internal map of the celestial skies amongst all the lands of mists and stuff that you kind of have a natural understanding of, and begin intuiting some patterns there.
And then maybe I'll use use insight into the vision that I saw, and trying to draw the interconnection between the me that is now and the me that was then for this other one, since this is the goal for this thing is to help Owen connect all the pieces and like finish the map kind of. So let's do another good roll. That's not a good roll.
kid.
It's okay. That's another pip. That's good. Then.
There's always some advancement.
Yeah.
I mean, one more success and you've completed it. You're coming into the
final stretch here.
The final stretch, yeah. So yeah, we get like the cuts of Olin like up the top peak mountains of Umberverna, looking at the stars. Maxie kind of like following you around during some of this. You doing like looking over your body, making notes and drawing like astrological maps and tying it to this item. Yeah.
For what it's worth, also, no one else probably had ever seen the tattoos or anything on Olin's body before they lifted up the sleeve and sliced off the bit for the sacrifice. So everybody was probably like, "What the hell? What's going on?" But obviously, there's a lot happening. So
yeah. Love it.
Except for Maxie, who has seen just about everything, probably.
Maxie has seen some shit.
Maxie's seen a lot of shit. That's for damn sure.
I imagine like even the scene where you're like kind of like looking at your own tattoos, like Maxie's like pointing out stuff and like making sure you're like taking more and more clothes off as she's just like fully clothes sitting there next to you.
Yeah. That sounds about right.
Yeah. Sweet. Who would like
Perfect.
to go next?
I can go. I'm about to finish mine. I'm going to be doing the fine needlework at the end here. Just working on the little filigrees and the little decorations. So I've got like a little like jeweler's lens. Really zoomed in to make sure that all the teensy tiny little magical stitches and everything are like making little patterns, and like if you look in like really really deep on the cloak and the lining of the cloak, then you'll see like little what look like my little Miyazaki-esque bunny spirits when I'm casting spirit guardians, and like little fey creatures that you would see like fawns and goat people and like weird little other creatures from the Fae, just kind of like interwoven into the filigree. And I'm going to use my session inspiration. Hope for the best.
Oh,
It was almost. I know. It was almost there.
Man.
But
I mean, 22 out of a 9.
22 still gives it to me, I think.
Let's
It's 2
go.
picks.
Yeah, 'cause this is a
Rare.
Rare, yeah. So it's a DC 20. Yeah.
Man, at 22 though, can you imagine? That would have been a 33.
Jeez.
Oh,
Nasty, dude.
Stylist cloak.
There it is.
Let's go.
The freaking cape, dude.
That's a great cape.
Mm-hmm.
I love that cape. And it's no attunement. It's a good item.
And we could change, I think maybe because of the stuff that was used, maybe we can change like the smell and stuff that is left behind.
Yeah, it smells like campfire and the bottom of a glass of honeyed mead and a good bowl of soup. So I could help either Olin or Rosemary. Rosemary's going to be helped by her sister. I kind of want to see how Rosemary's rolls turn out, because if Rosemary's close, I'm more interested to see what the cognitive crystal will do now that the eye is gone.
Yeah, I think help Rosemary. I don't need advantage on any to like go back and re-roll anything. So
no, but if I roll like perception and I get a 25 on yours, I'll get 2 pips on yours, and yours will be done. But if Rosemary's is like, she will still, if she can get it done this time, then I'll do it on hers.
I was gonna say next downtime, I'm guaranteed to get it, no matter
True.
what.
True.
Don't know if I'll even finish mine this campaign.
That we'll
Because it's
see.
usually things like Arcana, and I have a +4 to that.
I mean, it's whatever you roll, whatever
That's
skill
pretty
you
good.
choose.
I have to get a 25. A +4 is not.
No, but you can choose other skill. Like, I mean, I've been rolling perception. to make
Intimidate
this.
your cognition.
Yeah,
I only
intimidate your
have a 1 in
sister.
intimidation. I'm not trained.
What are your
Not
skills?
trained in a
Fighters, athletics.
Acrobatics, insight, perception, stealth.
Stealth's kind of an interesting one.
I'm
Stealth?
good at doing things. I'm not good at making things. Well, I have like weaver's tools.
Is there like
You
an
need to s-
athletic things like you have to like while the crafting of it you can like you need to hold it together or like hold pieces something like you know what I'm
Apply
saying?
pressure like making a diamond.
I would like
Yeah.
to bring up.
Stealth, like
The-
doing it without being under a mother's watchful eye, like being.
I don't I don't really know what the crystal is exactly. So
You're making a crystal. You're,
Yeah.
let's say, charging a crystal. I think athletics is very important when charging certain crystals.
You know what?
I don't
yeah,
like
I
this
got
bit.
to get my.
I don't think anyone
my
knows what I'm
physical
talking about.
prowess,
I think
to
you're the
charge
only one who knows about charging JO crystals.
Can I do a bunch of push-ups in front of the crystal?
You like this, huh? Huh?
You feeling my cognition now?
Like I was trying to think of ways to use my mind, which is why I was so stumped. Cause Rosemary's not smart, guys. I don't know if you figured that out yet.
Use your stupid to make something happen.
You also have your sister. She's there to help.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Oh, what's her proficiencies?
Is she like triple expertise in Arcana or something?
I mean, she's giving her the help activate, basically.
Yeah,
she's
giving
that's
me
cool.
advantage.
That's huge. That's huge.
This changes everything.
So yeah, I mean, I think if you wanted to use athletic in a creative way, we could definitely figure out a way to do that.
Yeah, and I will say I'll probably I don't really have much to do, so I think I'm gonna inspire you on both rolls. With I have 2 more inspired conquests left.
Oh, okay.
If that's okay.
You have that's like a limited feature you have.
Yeah, it's a part of the crown.
I
Gotcha.
will. Fuck it. I'll try athletics, and I'm gonna be trying to
I'll
apply
fuck it.
pressure. Yeah, I'll fuck the crystal into being.
Yeah. I mean, you have a few things here, so it might be alternating between your sister doing some chemical process and then you just applying extreme pressure to it and alternating these.
Essentially, yeah. And if things need to be hammered out, I'll pull out the death hammer.
There you go. All right, give me the athletics roll, and you have advantage.
It's like Iron Man. You've created another Iron Man scenario where you're sweaty in a cave with a hammer
Yes.
making something.
You get 1 guidance. You can,
Oh, and guidance?
if you would like. To
You get
hold on,
one.
hold on,
You
you
may
get
you
one,
want
and
to
it's only
save.
I'll
you
save
can't
it.
make
Let's
the- you
save
can't
it.
make
Let's
the-
save it.
made
Okay,
you've
so that's
made
still a success.
the 25.
Yep, I got the 25.
Yeah,
That is,
Yeah.
I think, the first success I've had on this thing.
yeah. Technically, the crown recharges at dawn every day, but that just doesn't feel right to be like.
Yeah,
Yeah,
we'll do
for
it.
the whole downtime.
Yeah.
Yeah,
Yeah, and can I just use athletics again?
that's fine.
All right.
Come on, baby.
My specialty.
Let's go.
Oh, D6
Jesus.
and D4.
6 and 4. 6 and 4. 6 and 4.
You can get another 10.
Oh,
Oh,
It was
so
close.
that's close.
That was close, but still.
That's 3
still got that
pips,
extra
baby.
5.
That's 3
Three pips,
pips.
Which means
You're
you
both
could,
at the same place.
You could finish this thing off, Steven.
Okay, which one wants it?
Good. Give it.
Are
I think
we going Rosemary?
it feels more important for Rosemary to have
Yeah.
this.
Okay.
I'll be honest with
Okay. They've been working on a lot of the hard elements of the crystal on the outside. I'm going to interlay a lot of the baseline enchantments, like carving out very fine lines to make sure that it the flow of it on the outside is good. Do I also get advantage from the both of them helping and Pepper?
It's Basil Pepperstead.
My bad.
The spirit of pepper.
Not now, you know.
The spirit of pepper, like it's like ghost, like Whoopi
I
Goldberg.
cast commune to commune with the spirit of pepper.
I'll allow you an advantage from Basil as well.
Okay,
Guide yourself.
I will. I mean, I don't really need
Don't
it.
even need it, baby.
No. Oh, that's true.
Let's see how.
Let's see if I just hit
Oh,
the
this-
30.
Yo!
You
Oh my
did.
Big 30.
Man, this rabbit's got good ass eyes.
I didn't think this would actually get finished.
And now it's like finished right now.
I know.
And Basil's
What a
here.
good time! What a good time for it to happen with Basil here,
Yeah.
and after you
Right.
plucked out your eye and had a revelation
Oh,
about yourself.
Yeah, hey, how
Yeah.
did that conversation with Basil go?
And you left your damn earring on the floor.
I did leave my damn earring on the floor.
What would be the conversation?
Just, the next morning, walking up to her just to chat
Hey Basil, check this
with
shit
a
out.
with
an eye patch.
bruised face and an eye patch and
I think once she saw your like face and eye patch, I feel like there would almost be like a bit of unspoken like understanding. Like I imagine she like would instantly begin tearing up a little bit and then just kind of like open her arms to hug you. And then just kind of like hold you basically as you process, and she'd be like laughing and crying.
I think I would like to ask her. Sorry, Nate just sent me something. Bad timing. I have ADD. Yes, I had to look at it. I think I would ask her just the question that was asked in the memory. Why does she want to fight?
Ooh.
Interesting.
And like this could be a conversation that happens, as we continue this work over the downtime week.
Yeah, this is like while you guys are doing it.
Mm-hmm.
She looks up and says, she looks a bit confused, like she doesn't have this particular memory that you've reached out to. She says, you mean, why do I fight Mother?
Well, I guess, yeah, that's probably what it was. I don't know. And I'll talk about the memory with her.
You tell her about it?
Mm-hmm.
She says, I don't know. I feel like I fight against Mother because it feels like the right thing to do.
Yeah, I think you're right.
I just want to know the truth, you know?
It's about time we got to know the truth.
And so, as you guys are getting closer to the end of this week, I think there's this sense between both of you, this like nervousness between you, as if something big is going to change as soon as this cognitive crystal is complete. As if neither one of you will be quite the same once this item is done and you have attuned to it.
Ting 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 ting. I do believe this is final line of incantation. I think it is done.
Feels like
Buster holds up the perfect crystal. Oh shit! Fuck! Oh god! Where did they? Oh no! Hold on! It is somewhere here.
feels like we made a lot of progress on this thing.
very quickly.
Yeah.
It was always one step away from being done. Just needed to make the right step.
That's true. It's 50-50. Either it's done or it's not, right?
You're learning.
When he drops it, Tobias's shadow hand, mage hand, comes and snatches it up, and just it floats over to between Basil and Rosemary.
That is why it is not on the ground. The shadow caused it. Okay. All right. Okay.
Oh, sorry, I
No, it's
meant to say
I was,
something.
I was
Yeah.
looking for links, but
From
Rosemary will take off the ring of regeneration.
okay.
And
Oh, this is, by the way, like as the days have gone by, your eye has grown back.
Is it still what does
Weird.
the eye look like?
Uh,
Is it the same magic, I guess?
I think it looks like your other eye. So it still has like the pointed, but you don't sense mother behind it like you have in the past. It does not feel like the enchantment is on this eye.
I'll shrug and hand the ring to Basil.
she had
From
her eye back.
No.
Yeah. Mother
Mm,
can't see us through this one.
I think she'll take it, and from here on out for the next little bit, I'm gonna have you role playing Basil as
Oh,
well as
shit.
Rosemary.
Oh no.
Oh
I
no,
don't
dude.
know her.
Come on.
I don't know this aspect.
It's okay.
You made
What?
her.
You're her.
No, I
baby.
didn't.
So, I mean,
You get to
Basil's
make it.
been driven by the truth. She has been, like, she's come to these beliefs through Pepper, like talking to the Pepper through space and dimensions, using the earrings. But she doesn't know much more than Rosemary, so it's pretty much just like different drives. Or maybe the same drives. But I think as the two of you are spending more and more time together, there's like more and more similarities between the sisters coming out.
But has she picked up the accent?
No, her accent's not quite. Maybe some like bits of it,
She-
but
She
Yeah.
didn't stay. She didn't stay there as long as Rosemary did.
mhm. And you guys have spent some time in, like, a lot of the sisters were sent to various. They were supposed to be her minders in different dread realms, and some of them just
Yeah.
a lot of them went native, staying long enough. Rosemary was the only one that kind of stayed loyal, because you were like Tempest's minder, basically.
Yeah.
Cool.
I mean, yeah, Basil will put the ring on. No point in letting Mother take more from us.
Yeah, Basil happily takes the ring, and I think like as like you guys are obviously it's going to take some time for that eye to grow back, but you guys have
Yeah.
finished the crystal as like this downtime's coming to an end. Do you and Basil want to? You're not 100% sure what this crystal does. You do know it's supposed to basically make sure your mind is clear and remove any fog that you have lingering. But that's all you really know about the cognitive crystal. It's strange magic.
Is this crystal one-time use? Is it just for you in this moment, or can anyone gain benefit from lifting fog?
I'll reread Pepper's note. Dad doesn't really say. Just that it's going to prove her hypothesis. Look to Basil. Same time. Both of us poke it at the
You're
same moment.
nodding to each other. All right. Are you doing this like in a room with everybody around? Are you kind of like outside in like the mountains?
Oh, is she allowed to leave?
Yeah. Like
Oh.
the Umbraverna itself too,
Basil's
there's like lots of mountain paths so that you guys like peaks and stuff that you guys can explore while you're kind of spending time here.
Basil
Is
was
Basil
chained
not
up.
chained up anymore?
So
Oh yeah, she lets you or sorry,
take my sister for a walk.
yes. Ev, like as long as you're working on your project and you've paid like the due, she's not allowed to like leave Umbraverna proper, but you can like go to the mountains and she's going to trust that you're not going to run away since your friends are still back down.
I think I'd actually like to do this in the room that all of us are staying in.
Cool. You guys are staying in like the basement of Dirk's family home. You're constantly hearing like running, pattering feet above you. As there's just like dozens and dozens of kobolds that live in like the 3-story home that that Dirk stays in. But they've cleared out like they've cleared out the basement area for you, and there's just like occasional peeking down of some young kobold who like pops their head down there trying to get like a look at the strange visitors. But for the most part, you just hear like running above.
Yeah, this feels right. Do it here.
Beautiful.
Incredible.
Let me move over to this pile of national kobold graphic. I'm sorry.
That was bad. You should
It's because I hitched. I was like, what's the name of this magazine that I'm trying to make a reference to?
Man, I really wasn't expecting us to hit this tonight.
I wasn't either.
I'm excited.
We've had a lot of interesting
Hey,
moments tonight.
the thing that broke bad was that you rolled better than dog shit, and you had a little help from your friends.
I do get by with a little help from my friends.
Important.
Beautiful. I think we're back to this one. I think here. As the two of you touch and begin like attuning this crystal, you feel the attunement going beyond the two of you, reaching out through you to your sisters in this intangible connection, those who are still living. A couple of you are already back trapped at Mother's, sent back by Rosemary. But each of you feel the pull, your mind suddenly caught up in this magic. And for a moment, you each completely lose who you are. Struggling to grasp at anything that makes up you, because it's all running together. It feels too much to hold on to. In Tool, what's this one?
Did you hear that too?
Yeah.
Okay, we all heard that.
A memory. You are beside a hearth. There are people talking, laughing. It's not a lot, but a handful in the room. and your father comes up to you, the one you just had a memory of, again wearing his mask, as many people in his court do. He's no longer, he doesn't have the paintbrush that's Nameless's weapon. He's no longer carrying it. He has no weapons on him. And but you do see his mask is like in a turn. It changes based on his moods, and you see it shifted into like a frowny face.
Oh no! What did I do?
As he approaches, and he says, "I was just reminded of something." Something I should have mentioned to you earlier. I think his, I forgot to inflect his voice last time, but he says, as you know, I am the Forgotten Prince, the youngest of 8 Archfey, always to be forgotten. And so, my daughter, you should know there will come a time, as everyone in my life does, where events will conspire so that you will forget me. And forget this place. It is the unfortunate fate of all those I love. But that's the thing about things that I've forgotten. And he kind of like fiddles with a couple of the random trinkets that you know are just things that people have forgotten, lost, nobody wants, that he has and carries with him at all times. He says, they can be found again. And he reaches out a hand and squeezes yours.
Squeezes his hand back. How could I ever forget you? I'm one of those forgotten, unwanted things. I'll always remember the person that saved me.
The mask twists, the smile becoming, or the frown becoming like a sad smile as he goes in and hugs you and says, "My little dill pickle." And he squeezes you, and we cut to a scene. Because the other people there, as you watch this crystal begins glowing, floating, and you see Rosemary and Basil ripped apart and absorbed, flowing into this crystal. And you
Not
see
again.
there's this moment where this crystal glows so brightly that it's hard to even look at it. And as you watch, a figure seems to sprout from it, as if like the crystal, where the crystal is, a head begins to form. And you see a figure.
Did you know that this crystal was going to do that?
If I knew this crystal would destroy her and her sister, I would not have helped. Are you fucking kidding me?
Oh! Oh! It happened!
Who is that?
You see what appears to be Rosemary, one of her sisters, somebody who looks very much like Rosemary, settled down. Though her armor now kind of gleams. It's like the same shape and everything, but now like seems to like gleam with almost like fey magic. You see swirling around her these tiny like spirits of fairies and pseudo dragons and like butterflies like floating around as she takes form. And yeah, her though she looks a bit different, the way she holds herself is different. This obviously seems to be something related to Rosemary or her sisters or someone.
Buster, this is definitely your kind of thing.
Hello?
Yeah.
Rosemary?
It's gone. The
Buster,
card
what
is
do you-
gone. John, what do I remember?
You remember everything. Growing up in the court of the Forgotten Prince, training with Fey warriors to be an amazing fighter amongst them, traveling into the heart of Tepis to battle the creature known as Mother. Her ambush that left your friends dead and you captured. The dark magic, the ritual she used to clone you and splice your soul into 8 pieces.
Am I whole? Just sort of touching her chest and asking that question out loud.
2 arms, 2 legs, 2 eyes.
Look about as whole as any other person I've ever seen.
What is it? We know you as Rosemary. But then Buster flips over to Sylvan. Seeing all the pseudo dragons, all the Fae, the stink of Fae, just all of a sudden, just like he switches over to Sylvan and says, "What is it that we can call you?"
Yes, what do you call yourself?
What is your name? What is your name? What is your name?
I forgot
You
they
didn't pick a
also
name?
spoke Sylvan.
Yeah.
Well, Dylan, or Dill for short. Nice to officially meet you all. Thanks for taking care of the parts of me.
Well,
Dylan.
we did the best with the parts we could find, I guess. Although we might need a debriefing on the situation.
Explanation of what it is you remember.
I'm not confused at all. I completely understand everything that's going on right here.
Oh,
I'm
switching
kidding.
back to common.
Yeah.
Yes, switching back to common. I am so that was really rude of me, Tobias. I apologize. Yeah, there's a lot to explain. But most importantly, I do need to find some way to contact my father.
What about
Father.
that earring?
And
thing?
wait a second. Did we switch out a mother for a father?
Yeah, I also still need to somehow kill her.
I was right.
What?
I was right. Vindication.
Shoot, like right now?
I mean, the sooner the better, but I'm probably not.
Are you technically beholden to Rosemary's job? Do you have to do her job if you're not her? She technically was employed as Mistwarden. You are not technically same person. You have no obligation
weird.
technically
The
to stay here.
contract-
Well, you have like an eighth of an obligation?
This 1095 is gonna be a nightmare.
It's
to
gonna
fill
be
out.
your tax
Yeah.
season is fucked.
Yeah, I think I might do the whole tax evasion thing.
You can get away with it for
Contracts
like
are
3
weird.
years without having anybody come after you, so you'll probably be good.
Wow.
I mean, Buster, you understand. Contracts.
Contracts. We can draw one up right now. Oh my god, you know. This is why you were afraid of Faye. This is why Faye was evil. Because she said, you contact your father. He is Faye, correct?
Yes, he's the Forgotten Prince. I'm from the Forgotten Court.
Puts his hands in his head like, oh man, I know that this is how it fucking works. If his name is the Forgotten Prince, I know I'm supposed to forget about him, but do I remember anything about this Forgotten Prince?
Sorry, this is a lot. Do you need to sit down?
No, I'm trying to remember it. There's the whole fucking idea behind Forgotten Prince, the Fae obligation.
John,
do I know anything about the? Is it a different?
Did Tobias have anything to do with the Forgotten Prince, or was that another character?
That was your Warforged back on our.
Oh, okay.
That was Xander V.
That's right. Okay, I was like, I know this.
I think I actually dropped a hint that one of those characters were tied to this.
Yeah.
But anyway, you can give me. I think we. I don't know if we've done this before. Go ahead and give me a history or nature check, an intelligence check, sort to see. And you can have advantage on this because the Forgotten Prince is from Thalanis originally.
Any other rememberers in chat? Anybody else here remember this guy?
Man, I am stupid. So.
Whoa!
Let's fucking
No
go!
way!
Absolutely wild, dude.
Just
the raw
with a +0.
The raw.
Funny with that plus
Raw 20, dude.
Yeah, I mean, it takes you a moment, but you remember hearing the tale of the Forgotten Prince it's one of those tales that you're like, oh yeah, but it suffuses several stories. It's always like the youngest who, is not due for greatness. They just kind of get forgotten amongst the mix of the first son is the one to become king, second son's the one that can never quite succeed, and each of the 8 great princes and princesses, archfey, each have kind of their own domain, and so the youngest of those of the great princes being the Forgotten Prince. And yeah, the Forgotten Court is one that is the most Fae forget often.
This is just part of it. You have to, because it's both named the Forgotten Court, but it's also the Forgotten one.
Mm-hmm.
Hey, bullshit, dude.
And he rules over the realm of forgotten things, and lost things. And he's known as a generally good Fae, but he's usually looking out for outcasts.
I was this close to choosing the Forgotten because I was it makes sense for him to end up there.
Oh man, we could have known each other. That would have
Yeah.
been fucked up.
Dude, I think Buster probably was went there for a little bit, just adventuring around the Feywild, just looking around, visiting different courts on court business and carousing. He probably was there, but has forgotten about it because that's just what you do.
Yeah, and the Forgotten Court itself changes its location. Hence, it's existed in Tempest at some stage. It's from Thalanis, and also is weird Fae stuff where it can be present in multiple planes.
Yeah. Does the Forgotten Prince have a name?
If he did, it's been long forgotten.
Long forgotten.
Yeah, I mean, it said that if
because if Buster would remember, he'd remember Terry. Yeah, fuck.
Oh,
I can't believe you forgot about Dave. What the fuck?
I think Buster's probably visited the Castle of Lost Things as kind of his keep in Thalanis itself.
Yeah.
But yeah, the Prince of all things forgotten and unloved.
Oh.
He was very, very nice to me. He had only the kindest things to say. He knew, looked at me once, saw the whole fucking thing, and just got it. No conversation that we had. Very good hugger.
He really is, yeah.
I will see what I can do to find way to speak to him. Potentially. Maybe I can cook something up. Maybe I can figure different type of magical something. We will see. Let me think on this.
Of course, no, pressure. I don't be rude.
You have not spoken to your father in...
I mean, I would love to, and honestly, I feel like I should be, putting pressure on you, but I feel like that would be very rude, especially with everything that just happened. It's, he raised me with better manners than that.
It is like we have to reintroduce ourselves, like we knew this other facet of who you are.
So
This
you always
is-
talk that way?
This way?
Yeah, that way.
This is not
Yeah, Buster
the
kind of like looks to the other
Oron.
guys like, don't you see, like, you're kind of like, it's weird seeing this body with the other accent, but like, you get so used to it.
Listen, yes, we picked up the local accent. Unfortunately, everyone in that cult talks like that.
So you see that as cult. Good.
Are you a good cook?
I can survive.
What's
Yeah,
your
that carried
favorite,
over.
what's your favorite dish? What's your favorite dish to make?
Buttered noodles.
Does that involve basil, thyme, salt?
It's
pepper?
gone. The curse is gone. You don't have to worry about it anymore.
Oh yeah, I just love a Watergate
Ah!
salad.
Oh no!
Wait, can you do all of their accents now? Whenever you want to?
Curse of the Midwest.
Her face just shifts and breaks and turns into...
I don't understand.
No, it's literally just you boil noodles and then you put butter on them. It's buttered noodles.
Buster takes your hands like, I will take care of you. Don't worry.
Thanks.
take
Yeah, I've
care of
always
you.
been really bad at cooking.
Oh, you haven't even had his borscht. You have.
So, it's
I mean,
really good, actually.
It's really difficult
even
to
a-
explain because I remember all of her memories as well as the other ones. It's a lot. I'm actually really putting off processing everything right now.
Oh, that's okay. I'm also
Uh,
putting off processing a traumatic memory right now. So
Okay, perfect. So you understand.
yeah,
What?
of course.
Let's
So you know us, but we don't know you, right?
Oh,
But we
I'm sorry. I
do-
just introduced myself in Sylvan, and I realized you can't speak that. That was incredibly rude.
You
of me.
just
I-
came
I
back
thought,
into
like-
life.
I caught some of it, but I just missed your name. I speak Elvish,
Yeah,
but it's
I'm
you know.
Dylan. Pleasure to meet you, officially, Tobias. And she'll hold out her hand to shake your hand.
Wait. Are you left-handed?
Yeah, they were all left-handed. I don't know how she never figured it out with her handwriting that bad and how uncomfortable it was to hold a pen. They're all they were all left-handed.
The whole time.
Bolts.
Is that why she missed all the time? It explains so much.
Okay,
Just
listen,
setting her
I
up for
learned how to
failure.
I learned how to fight with both hands, okay? It's just I prefer left side, okay? It's
Do you want to give us
Why am I
a description of Dylan, like as far as like her eyes and stuff?
Oh,
yeah.
your name
Am
changed.
Am I not the same thing anymore?
I mean, I think you still are. I think you still have like that touch is
That
kind
touch,
of like a permanent
pupils
thing.
pupils are actually more rounded now, more human appearing. Very short, cropped, slightly wavy red hair. Stern expression. Face not covered in scars like Rosemary's was, But otherwise, yeah, she looks the exact same. Just a bit more serious.
Owen looks around for the eye patch.
That's in my pocket. I am so sorry.
Oh,
I was not trying to take that.
No, it's fine. I wasn't sure if it got turned into light or.
Are you fluorescent now?
I don't think I'm glowing still.
I mean the armor. It's meta. Out of character.
Oh. it is her opalescent armor.
Okay.
You know, it's not like glowing, but it almost looks like an opal-like metal.
I'm just gonna ting. This is nice.
Thanks. It was from my dad.
If
Yeah. It makes sense.
If your father can send you back here, which I don't think he can, he might be able to. He might be powerful. He might be able to send you here.
I mean, my dad's pretty incredible.
I could send you to him. One-way trip.
What?
It depends on how important it is to you in this very moment to go speak to him. If he can send you back, once I recoup, there are potential ways that I can reach out to him and ask if he could send you back, and then I can send you back if you would like to see him. Potentially, this is long shot. This is really reading between the lines of what magic can and can't do in this place.
While they're having a serious conversation, I'm going to go over to Olin and say, hey, watch this. And I'm going to cast Minor Illusion behind Dylan. And it's going to look like a ghost. And it's going to start creeping around like to be in her view. And I'm just going to see if anything happens. Dylan, there's a ghost!
I'm gonna see if I can see through the illusion, I guess. It's an investigation check.
Go for it.
Alright.
She's looking at that ghost really, really hard, Tobias.
Fails.
Yeah. Oh, shit, that's not good. And I'll summon the hammer and try and swing at it.
Wait, you're not afraid? I anticipated. Yeah, I was just kidding. You're not afraid. Sorry, I'll deal with that later.
Oh, I'm sorry. The ghosts that I was terrified of were actually fragments of memory that Mother had sort of conditioned us to be afraid of, to the point of panic attacks and not being able to really do anything. I apologize. That's probably been very difficult for all of you to have to deal with.
There's mostly Buff dealing with it.
There's been worse things we've had to deal with, so.
It was part of who you were. It was not a trouble. It was perfectly fine.
Thank you, Buster.
Sorry to interrupt.
Kill your fucking mom.
She is not my mother. I would appreciate
your ex-cult leader mom.
Wait, are we gonna kill your mom?
I'm going to at least. I'm going to help.
I'm gonna kill your mom.
I didn't say why not. We should kill her mom.
We're all gonna fight to kill your mom. Like whoever, like, can we make it like a game? Like whoever, like finishes it gets something.
If you all want to help me take down Mother Lorinda and stop her from trapping more people, I would forever be grateful.
She is potentially. This puts us in slight job pickle because she is potentially Dreadlord of different domain. Our whole entire job is to save this domain. If we save this domain with Dreadlord, then go there and kill that one and doom that place.
John, do I know if she's officially a Dreadlord?
I think I guess you have more understanding too, since you've now seen.
Since I also have now all this Mistwarden knowledge, as well as Pepper's knowledge.
Yeah. As well as your knowledge previously when you went to go attack her and kill her as Dylan.
Yeah, I think you recognize that she is that's like the main reason she was trapped in Tempest in a way. Like she never leaves because she literally can't. It is her prison. So she has sent the Minders out generally. But yeah, she is that layer's dread lord, and there would need to be somebody else to like take up that role to keep Tempest like living and breathing.
Well, you know, we kill her, we get everyone out of the realm that wants to be saved, and wash our hands of a honestly awful place.
We should work to no longer make dread domains. We should make chill domains.
I would like that.
Where like, yeah, sure, it's a prison, but like no one wants to leave. Everything's cool.
Maybe we should call the commander and see if they have any.
Hey, Chief, have you thought about this?
Perhaps they have an insight on why all these shitty realms have to be preserved.
Why do they suck?
I mean, isn't there a way to tie them back to their original domain?
Yes, but you have to make deal with place it was from or domain dark power that it came from. It is a whole big thing.
That does sound like a lot.
Why are they never bred realms?
So you said you could contact my father.
Potentially. Have spell it. I will need to rest just a little bit, but I can sit down and do it as a ritual. I either contact my deity or a potential divine proxy. This is really reading into the.
We are really stretching it, and I am here for this.
I can ask 3 questions, yes or no. One can be, if sent to you, can you send your daughter Dylan back to us? If answer is yes, boop, 1 minute, you stay in my little chill pad domain, you go back to your father, have beautiful time of reconciliation, you come back home to us. Home,
what,
you know.
What spell is this?
I will be casting Commune to speak to him.
She's asking about the send back.
And then I will be sending you by just banishing you. You're not from here. You're from the Fey domain.
See, it's a little weird. Are we talking about where I spent the majority of my life? Then yes, that would be there's domain. Are we talking about where I am from originally? I am adopted.
Sends her back to mother. Accidentally.
Oh God, would it send me back to mother?
No, where were you adopted from originally? Where were you born?
Prime material.
How?
Maybe he can catch you on the way down. On your way to the prime material, he's like, oh, nope, I got that one.
Perhaps this is an inappropriate question, but how did you end up in the Forgotten Court?
I ended up there as a child, and I think I'm gonna hold off on going any further into detail. Already processing a lot. I don't really feel like, digging into old trauma.
As you know, I'm not very good with the social graces.
That's all right. Yeah.
I'm sorry.
Anyway, it's fine.
Dylan. It's just.
Yeah,
It's
I'm wondering like
different.
how the party members are kind of feeling with this little bit of a whiplash of like you've been traveling with Rosemary for a while, like several missions, and while she's relatively new compared to like some of you, she's been around for a little bit, and her sisters have been missions, and like now you're standing here with this person who's very like her, but very much not.
She's like holding her throat because she's remembering the pain of being garlic, getting her head chopped off.
Sorry.
No, that I deserved it.
I feel like there's a lot of levels to that.
Yeah.
Yeah.
It's only good though. Like, even in traveling with Rosemary, like, her sisters were, as you said, missions, but even then, all those missions had a point to the end of them. At the end of the day, like, they had, like, we were going somewhere. But like, even with traveling with Rosemary, like, we could very clearly see this is someone who's been through a lot of trauma and who's been through a lot. And this is the summation of, like, the beginning of healing all of that.
Yeah.
Like, this is the first step to be like, it gets better.
It's like they say the whole is greater than the sum of its parts.
Yeah, it's not like we don't know you. It's just we don't know all of you. Do you still crochet?
Yeah, but my dad was gonna teach me how to knit.
You got to pick one, please. I can't keep up with all these different types of sewing.
Well, okay, it's sewing is different from both of those.
Tobias just hangs his head. I don't understand.
And I can't sew. I can patch a hole in my clothing, but I.
Wait. The Nightworm no longer has prisoner. Do we just walk up to her and say, "Hey, so
Oh shit.
oh, I hate to break it to you, but Fae bullshit." Do you think she will take that as you know?
You know, from my memories as Basil, John, what do I remember?
Sitting there
Can't just-
staring at the worm and
You can just tap into all your 8 different layers of memories. Man, your head must be a
Yep.
fucking mess.
It's a fucking mess, and she is barely holding her shit together, but is very much having the like, I understand that this conversation needs to happen, and I will have my moment later when it is more convenient.
it's like it's fucking soup in there, dude.
I think you would give me a quick insight check.
Yeah, for sure. My specialty. I said it really late.
Oh no.
I think you know that Ebb is protective of her treasure, and would not let anything go for free.
I think I might come at a bit of a price. Do you think she wants a ring of regeneration?
We're talking
Yeah.
sacrifice of the egg price or life price? Or...
That would probably actually be a pretty good price.
Man, I can't believe I got through enough to claw that eye out.
Maybe keep the ring for the moment. We will talk to her, and if she doesn't like it, then we can just run away. She's a giant fucking dragon in a cave that she can't even climb out of. Like I did not see a big door in that cavern.
Scene 2.
I'm pretty sure she can make one. She's also been seen flying around, hasn't she?
Fuck.
Don't we need
I
her?
wasn't planning on that.
I hate to like bring problems and no solutions, but I do feel like that is a thing I need to point out.
I was just gonna fill my pockets with gold and then teleport away with my new cloak.
Yeah.
Fuck.
Yeah.
I had plans.
Rough. Do you want to talk about that? You seem to be having...
Maybe she would have had a cool magic item that could have sent you back home very easily and scot-free, like a Deus Ex Machina of some sort, but no. Probably not. Now we have to pay her back because we took a fucking eighth of a slave or something, whatever the fuck she called it, in her mind.
Sorry, a Deus Ex Machina? What's that?
It's a Fae term.
It's at this moment you hear a voice pipe up that says, which sister are you? as Dirk stands at the top of the steps leading down to the basement.
In Sylvan, Buster says quietly, just like, if we have to kill Dirk and run, just make a fucking signal.
Also,
Whoa.
Sylvan, very quietly, I was just gonna answer that I'm all of them. Is that?
Yeah, see where
Is
that
that
takes
dumb?
us. If he starts
Okay.
freaking out, we kill him and run.
Oh, we could just knock him out. Okay. Yeah, hi,
Yeah,
I'm all of
that's
them. I'm all the sisters. We were one person.
May I introduce you to Magic Bullshit? Her name is Dylan, not Magic Bullshit, but this is
Faye magic bullshit. Please and thank you.
She's a pickle.
Only my dad calls me that. Please no.
turned herself into a pickle. It's the funniest thing I've ever seen in my damn life.
You okay?
I'm sorry, your name's all of them?
No, so my name is Dylan. I am all of the sisters. Well, they were all me. I am
I'll be
the actual
the two
whole
of you?
person. Well, there were 8, but why don't you have
Where?
a seat?
We've got a lot of
Down
baggage,
here?
man. We've been at this for a while. Okay, Dirk.
Yeah, so are you ready for a story?
You know what? Bring down some of your weird little dragon booze. We gotta drink some stuff out, okay?
Bring Burke and Jerk with you as well.
Oh, I'm old enough to drink now.
How old were you before?
And that's
Dirk says, drink? All right. Hey guys, we're gonna drink down here in the basement. Bring the keg.
That was easy.
And
Easier than it would be.
yeah, we are going to. There's no...
We didn't do Tobias's downtime because we had things happen.
Oh
Yeah.
my god,
so
I
fair.
thought Tobias went first.
As I kind of fast forward, we're gonna flash back to earlier.
What did you
Earlier
do
in the
this week, man?
There was no good time to do it.
I'm so sorry.
No. I don't know. I still don't know.
What?
I know it's been.
You got drawn in.
You've been wrapped up.
And all of us sitting there
Drain in
drinking,
a
looking
still.
at Tobias like,
What'd you do?
what'd you do this week?
Where were you,
This
man?
week has
I
been
didn't-
wild.
I didn't see you at all.
Is skills 8 segments or 6 segments? We went through this
6.
6 segments.
I
And
only
then a
know because
rare-
I'm still in persuasion training.
And a rare item is 8 segments.
Yes.
I think what I'm going to do is I think I'm going to go to Olin and I think I'm going to help him finish his Wheel of Stars.
Oh. Big
Wow.
real hero shit, dude.
All right.
Oh my god. 2 major character items in one session.
Wow.
And
Then John's gonna kill us next session. With a
Yeah.
How
dragon.
things feels.
yeah, and then I'm going to go to and I can tell Maxie's into Olin.
Yeah.
So I kind of want to have a talk with her and be like, hey, treat my friend nice and intimidate her into helping me finish the thing, the Wheel of Stars for Olin, like as a surprise.
Intimidation is such a funny skill.
It is. Like,
You're gonna help
Like-
me make a present
like-
for my friend.
yeah, I am
Dear
big,
break his
big
heart. Can
brothering
you
like
hold this
crazy.
for me?
Okay.
Man, you could have used persuasion.
Yeah, but I've got expertise in intimidation.
I'm gonna tell you, like, the way Maxie is as a person, that you will have disadvantage with intimidation using her. If
Is
you
there
wanna-
would there be somebody else that I could use? Like,
I mean, you
use
could
in the-
intimidate
Man.
some kobolds or something into helping
Intimidate
you out.
Dirk.
More flies with honey.
Dirk,
okay, I
I
will
need ya.
intimidate. I
Oh
will
my God.
intimidate. Oh, okay. So, Olin,
my
tell me
God.
the one thing that you're missing to finish the Wheel of Stars.
One thing I think the
Like, give me one component that you're missing. Like, literally, like, it might be like a pearl or something, whatever. It could be like a sheetrock, whatever. I don't know.
I think probably like something you could use as like a dial. So like
Okay.
you know like some sort of like marble stone
A
or something that you
lodestone.
could, yeah.
Okay, I'm going to intimidate the kobolds to make them go find that. Like, be in like a dangerous spot, like whatever danger they need to do within the vicinity of Umbraverna to find that. Like, even like whatever it takes.
Okay. This is DC 25.
We're all making sacrifices you're going to regret, kobolds.
And I'm going to use my inspiration and give myself advantage. Cool.
I finished my short-term goal.
He's going big mode again. Oh,
26.
That'll do it.
it's done.
And I'm gonna like fix it up myself and like finish it, put the dial in there, and I'm gonna bring it to Olin as a final gift. Not final gift, but
Final
gift.
What a terrifying.
Last.
This is your final gift.
Uses intimidation. Here's your last ever gift.
Olin, I found that dial that you were looking for. I did all the work myself. It was crazy. That's why I was gone for a couple days.
I was wondering where you'd gone off to. I mean, I'd been here working,
I was-
and I hadn't
I was
heard
trying to
from you.
keep it a surprise and just to get it done for you, but we found it, and yeah, I don't know how this thing works at all. It's got this like gyroscope in the middle. I don't even understand what's going on.
You just have to do this, and Owen takes it and immediately sets it up, and it starts like rotating all the different all the different circles start rotating around each other, and it's like, you see, this is how the star map rotates around, and you can see the sky. And if you look at it from through this and then compare it, you see, and Owen goes on and on and on on about it.
I'm just happy that Olin is happy. That's a really cool item.
It's extremely cool.
You can cast fly on yourself.
Once per day.
Sick. And for my second,
What? Oh, once it's done, before we do this.
Yeah.
The magic kind of like seeps in, and Olin sees Buster like sitting somewhere doing something, and casts a message and says, "Hey Buster, this shit is so cool."
Holy shit, do you have a cool magic item you can talk to people across distances with?
important.
What? I couldn't hear you. Sorry.
That's
I can just say things to you.
You can respond to it.
You can respond with message.
Okay.
Yeah.
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 I can respond once, and then you just
Oh.
cast it again to re-message.
Yeah, it takes some time, but we can talk to each other like this now.
Whoa. Hell yeah.
I have to go send a message to Rosemary's Head. Hold on, I'll be back.
And you still have one more downtime activity.
I think I'm going to ask Buster to help train me in insight. Busta, yeah, I've been like, I thought that I knew people really well, and I'm really good at talking, at least occasionally. But what would really help me is if I could actually like read people a little bit better. Like, and you're really good at it, and I would really love your help with that.
You talk a lot. And this is one of my favorite things about you because you're very charismatic, able to spin a story. But the most important skill to talk well is to listen. You have to listen to what has been said to you to be able to yes and. There are times where you could be waiting on your line on script and just be waiting for them to stop talking, but to listen, to hear, and to respond, that is most important first step.
I know, I'm trying.
Pulling it out of my
just,
ass.
yeah, I'm just like, that's why I need you to. Let's just practice a little bit, right? We just practice.
Oh, I have to talk now. Okay.
Fucking improv scene.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Go ahead and it costs 50 gold for training.
Okay.
I don't know what that looks like for this particular.
We
You
spend
guys
it
going to
on
shops and spending money and like interacting with people.
Uh,
But then yeah, just
Go
roll
out
an
drinking.
insight.
Hell yeah,
Yeah.
dude.
I'm gonna mark. Yeah.
Yeah,
mark
I'm
it up.
gonna burn the fucking rocks.
And then it's a DC 15. Insight.
And I use insight, right?
Mhm.
Always interesting. Oh,
Guidance? You haven't used your one guidance
That's true.
that I put on everyone?
Yeah.
Hope for it too, baby. And I'm right here guiding you, literally.
Yeah.
Ooh,
Let's go.
let's go.
Let's
Let's go. That's perfect.
Huge.
Yeah, so
Amazing.
two ticks on your insight training.
So I'm really starting to get it. Like, listen to what they have to say. See what they need. Right?
Mhm.
Yeah. Okay.
Because all of the things that you need, that you go and talk to people to try and get, they're people too with their own needs. So if you listen, sometimes people straight up just tell you what they need.
I'm not used to that.
It takes time. Sitting
makes
quietly, there are a lot of places in Feywild where you can just sit quietly and listen to epics of people and their lives and their stories, and listening is important.
Well, I'll practice and I'll get better a little bit each time we do this.
Yeah.
Perfect.
So we kind of cut back to that conversation where we asked Tobias what he was doing this week. And then we pivot over to the story being told to Dirk of the events that have unfolded. And I think after the stories, there's like a bunch of like little kobolds. Like Dirk's got like a little toddler kobold sitting in his lap as you guys are talking. And after the story's done, he's like, "Man, that's a wild story. We definitely got to go see Eb now."
Yeah. Oh man, I
Alright.
was hoping for a little bit of time to like process.
Oh no,
But
we gotta go. We gotta tell her immediately. Sorry, kids. By the way,
let's just bottle that up and we will unpack it later.
yeah.
High five.
And as Dirk begins to lead you, whether you follow in his wake or not, we're gonna fade to black. Because that's it for this
Say,
week.
play that fucking clown music. This has been a
That's
fucking
right.
fiesta, dude.
What a day.
That was all one day.
That was our downtime, everybody. That was pretty
Wow.
wild downtime session.
Long rest, but
Find out next time what happens and whether our heroes survive, thrive, or take a dive when dealing with Eb, the Nightworm. See you next week.
See ya.
Bye.